He had seduced, murdered, and dismembered 17 young men. He even ate some of his victims' body parts.
Not because I was angry with them, not because I hated them, but because I wanted to keep them with me. And as my obsession grew, I was saving body parts such as skulls and skeletons.
Tell me in a sentence who you are.
Nobody. I'm nobody.
Serial killers don't just kill, they blend in, they manipulate, and they haunt the society we live in. What drives someone to commit such unimaginable acts? What goes on in their mind, compelling them to take a life? Today, we step into the mind of serial killers, not just to understand what they have done, but to uncover the psychology behind the mask. When we hear about serial killers, the first question we ask is why? How can someone do such terrible things? The answer is not simple. But for many serial killers, their violent behavior starts in childhood, the time when their personalities and emotions are still developing. A lot of serial killers experience pain and suffering when they were young. They might have been abused, neglected, or lived in homes filled with violence. For example, Ed Kemper's mother constantly insulted and humiliated him. She locked him in a dark basement, treating him like a problem to be hidden. Over time, this kind of treatment taught Kemper that control and violence were the only ways he could feel powerful. Loneliness also plays a big role. Jeffrey Dahmer grew up in a home where he felt ignored and unloved. He didn't have close friends and spent most of his time alone. This made him retreat into his own fantasies, where he imagined being in control of people without real connection to others. He started to see people as objects, things he could own and control instead of living, feeling human beings. Some experts believe that certain people are born with traits that make them more likely to become violent. For example, research shows that many serial killers have problems with a part of a brain called prefrontal cortex. This part of brain helps people make good decisions, control their impulses, and feel empathy for others. When this part doesn't work well, it can make someone more likely to act out in harmful ways, especially if they have had hard life growing up. There are often warning signs in childhood that something is wrong. Experts call this a McDonald triad, which includes 3 behaviors: bedwetting beyond the normal age, cruelty to animals, harming or killing them for fun, starting fires without any real reason. For example, Ted Bundy was fascinated by knives as a child, and Richard Ramirez grew up in a violent, abusive home where he witnessed terrible things. These behaviors and experiences can be early hints of deeper problems. The world a child grows up in matters too. Many serial killers come from homes that are chaotic and unstable. They might see violence every day, deal with addiction in their family, or feel unsafe in their own homes. Henry Lucas, for example, grew up in extreme poverty and was raised by a mother who abused him. She even forced him to watch her work as a sex worker. These kind of experiences can leave a child feeling angry, confused, and broken. Why would someone take a life? Not just once, but over and over again. Serial killers often have different reasons for what they do, but their actions are driven by strong, twisted feelings, thoughts that they can seem to control. For many serial killers, the act of killing gives them a sense of power. They enjoy being in control of another person's life and death. For example, Dennis Rader, known as a BTK killer, carefully planned his murders because he enjoyed the feeling of dominating his victims. To him, it wasn't just about killing, it was about having total control. Some killers do it for the thrill. They describe a rush or excitement they feel during their crimes. For Ted Bundy, the act of killing brought a sense of adventure and satisfaction. It's as if the danger and horror made him feel alive. Other killers act because of their distorted beliefs or fantasies. They might think they are fulfilling a special mission or that their actions have a greater purpose. David Berkowitz, also known as the Son of Sam, believed he was following orders from a demon when he committed his crimes. Some killers are driven by deep anger or desire for revenge. They feel wronged by society, certain people, or their circumstances, and they channel that rage into violence. This can be a way for them to feel like they are getting back at the world. Many serial killers describe feeling empty inside. They don't feel happiness or connection like most people do. Killing becomes a way for them to feel something, whether it's power, excitement, or relief. Jeffrey Dahmer admitted that he killed because he was lonely and wanted his victim to stay with him. Serial killers are not just lurking shadows we imagine. They are fathers, co-workers, and friends. Ted Bundy volunteered at a crisis hotline. BTK was a church leader. Their ability to live a dual lives often defies belief. But how do they maintain the facade? Charm, manipulation, and a deep understanding of human behavior make them master deceivers until the mask inevitably slips. When caught, the reaction of serial killers vary widely. Some, like Ellen Wuornos, express regret but blame circumstances. Others, like Richard Ramirez, remain defiant, showing no remorse. Their thoughts, or lack of them, provide a glimpse into their fractured mindset. Serial killers are a mix of trauma, twisted thoughts, and dangerous urges, shaped by both their past and their inner minds. From the reason they kill to how they face their action, exploring their psychology gives us a glimpse into darkest parts of human nature. While it's unsettling, understanding them helps us see the patterns, maybe prevent future tragedies. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more short documentaries like this. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time with another story.